Okay, I think it's live. Let's do this. Let's do this one more time. I hope the volume is not too high. I write a message earlier today in my Instagram asking for suggestions because as the title said, I run out of ideas, so I want to I want to hear interesting ideas, and thanks to people who write me something. So let's draw some quick doodles. Last week I was kind of sick. I can talk last week. That's why I miss a week again, because sometimes just I can't attend this, but I'm here again and trying to draw some quick doodles. Okay. This happened a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and that night I was talking about art pieces relevant in my life, and the truth is at that time, 2 weeks ago, I had the plan to make a second doodle that night, because I suppose the first one probably should be real quick. It wasn't at the end. That's why I didn't draw this. It's my first doodle tonight. I hope not the only one. And it was relevant at that time because the Chinese New Year just happened 2 weeks ago, and right now it's too late probably, but I want to draw a dragon because of Chinese New Year, and because it's something interesting to draw. So just a quick doodle of a dragon because of New Year, and if I solve this quick, probably I could move to a second doodle tonight. As always, this is an image that I just searched online, a quick basic idea of something that I want to draw, and that's why I ask for suggestions in my Instagram account. All the links are in the description of this video. And it's something that I was thinking all day long, not all day long, on my day. I was thinking, what should I draw tonight, or upcoming week, next week, and so. And 2 weeks ago, this was a thing because, as I said, it's New Year's, or that just happened. Right now, it's probably too late. All the vacations, all the holidays related to Chinese New Year, it's already over. But I'm kind of late. It's okay. Just a quick doodle of a dragon, and then probably I will move out to something different. I'm not really aware of this kind of traditions. I'm not a follower of the Chinese mythology. I'm not a fan of astrology or science related. It's not science. All the stuff related with stars and the way how the stars, someone say that, um, make our future happen or make not happen something. So probably it's just something interesting, and for me something visual in order to look at these interesting traditions and how everything related with the Chinese mythology and the Chinese iconography, it's really interesting. It's so different, and that's why for me it's interesting. It's pleasant to see because it's really it's beautiful in a different way. It's mysterious and at the same time interesting to see. It's interesting to watch, and so colorful, and at the same time with a lot of meanings that probably escape to me because, as I said, I'm not related with that idea. I'm not a huge fan of that. Not, no, it's not that I'm not a fan of that. It's something that it's not on my daily set of information. It's not something that I was trying to watch at. So for me, it's more like a interesting neighborhood in some cities that I visit. I'm a huge fan of the Chinese neighborhood in Mexico City. It's not so big in Mexico, and I love to walk there because there are a lot of interesting toys. Probably toys is not the right way to talk about to refer to these pieces related with ceremonies. I'm obviously I understand that some instruments aren't toys, but at the same time in that areas there are a lot of toys. So it's a nice place to visit, and I used to stay close to that area in downtown Mexico City, and it's an interesting place to visit. And not so long ago I had the chance to visit Chinatown in New York City. It's bigger than the Mexican part, and it's also really interesting. A lot of stuff, a lot of things, and things happening, and people just moving around in that neighborhood, in that area of the city. Hi Gina, welcome. How are you? I was talking about Chinatown and the Chinese neighborhood in Mexico City because Chinese New Year. It's too late, but I was late this year. I'm not aware of all the signs, all the different animals in the Chinese calendar. I just learned that this is the year of the dragon, and that's it. That's all my information. So a quick doodle of a dragon, and then I move out. Nice to read that. There are a lot of color in this image. Again, it's just something that I found online. So mm, there are a lot of red areas that I had this. I had the feeling that all my box of markers should be almost empty at the end. It's not that kind of dragon. I'm pretty aware of that dragons in the TV series. I never watch Game of Thrones, and this is more like the friendly dancing dragon on a parade on the Chinatown. That's me. That's the approach to this doodle tonight, and not related with Game of Thrones. Sorry. It's something that a lot of people say that I should watch, but it's probably too long and it's not my kind of stuff. Like I said before, I'm not in this idea of fantasy and magic and powers, superpowers. So for me, I just keep the iconography and the basic idea of good looking animals, and that's it for me. So sorry, I don't want to disappoint you, but in the near future, that's not happening for me. I'm not able to watch that TV series. Sorry. This eraser used to be really hard and really dry, and I think it's improving. I think it works. It's something that I found online watching videos on YouTube and Instagram, and it's something really interesting, and I'm really happy with this discovery. It's really helpful, and this is the point of the stream when my sketchbook appeared to be empty, totally white, almost white, but it's where when the colors arrive. Last week this stream didn't happen because as I said, I was sick, kind of sick. I lost my voice. I can't speak a week ago, and that's why I took a little vacation on this project. But I'm here again. Thanks for watching, Gina. Thanks for coming. I had several questions about dragons in Game of Thrones, as Gina said in the chat, but because I wasn't a fan of the TV series, that's some questions that probably are hard to answer or even hard to ask. Probably there is no thing like a friendly dragon, as I said. and this one from the parades are just dancers. But no, sorry, at this time I didn't have enough time to watch the TV series. There are too much sports live on TV, so that's why Game of Thrones it's not happening for me. Never happened, and probably doesn't happen soon. Probably I need a system in order to manage all my markers here. Pink. I'm still using the same background music. All the links are in the description of this video, and it's really funny how I found the way how it's constructed, and now I can't stop listening the same tune again and again and again, and it's just I talked about this previously. It's just a couple of tunes, a couple of songs just playing in repeat, and it's okay. At the beginning appeared to be a lot of different pieces, and then I found that it wasn't. And every time that this same song appear, this same tune appear, it's okay, it's happening again, it's resetting, and here comes from the beginning. It's okay, it's free, it's copyright safe, but it's not too broad, too different. There's not too much variety happening, and it's okay. I'm okay with that. Probably I just observing and just discovering that this whole image is a lot whiter than I think at the beginning, so it will be faster than I was thinking. That's okay, because this had a really colorful background, but I'm not working that background, so this probably could be easier and faster, and then I try to move to something else, something different. This is too dark. I had an issue. The it's something that happened before, but there's a long time, and I want to say it again. There's an issue with this light bulb that I use here. The yellow shades doesn't look good in that lightning, so it's hard to make something yellowish because just doesn't look cool, doesn't appear to be colorful, and it's kind of restrictive because I need to find images with not too much yellow on it, because it doesn't look right on stream, doesn't look right on camera. I promise that it's not too bad looking here in the real life, but doesn't appear to be right on camera, doesn't look right on camera. So that's why I picked this image, and then, as I said, I was thinking, I just found that it's not too red and it has a lot of white on it. And at the beginning also I was thinking, okay, probably I should use my fine Sharpie markers that I barely use here because they are really thin. I use this a lot in the Fortnite piñata a long time ago. It's not the kind of the piñata, and then the llama piñata, and it's not the kind of drawing that I'm using right now. That's why I barely use that. I'm a huge fan of that markers, but I'm not working in that way right now. So that's why I'm not, they doesn't have too much relevance right now. This is too dark. Lighter purple, lighter, oh, lighter. I will use this in a minute. I like when some draw, it's highly symmetric. In one of my side jobs, I draw a lot of technical stuff, and I really like when something it's so symmetric that I just need to draw one half and the other half is immediately solved because I just move one part to the other one, and that's it. This is not the case because this is different, and probably it's even harder because you need to try to match both sides. But in my side project, in my personal entrepreneurship, it's something that happened a lot, and I like it when something is so symmetric that I just need to. I like to think that I just need to work the half, and it's solved because symmetry. Probably it's start looking like a dragon. Probably, I hope. Blue. Shades of light blue. This is the part I was talking about. This is hard because it's not so symmetric as it should be. The lighter shade of yellow in this area of the, it's not a crown. There is so much that I didn't know about Chinese mythology. It's probably something that I should knew before starting this. As always, it's something that I think about or I discover later in that show. That awkward moment when I discovered that I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, it's happening again. I barely knew anything about Chinese mythology, and I'm here trying to draw a dragon. Probably that's the main idea of this show. Finding myself unaware of things in general. But that's the story. That's the concept of this thing. I don't know a thing about something. That's why I use this tagline of, okay, I don't know, let's draw about that, because it's easier to draw than explaining in some other way. Probably I'm the kind of person that express myself easier in a visual artistic way, and with my students I always say it, or I used to say it, that probably it's easier for me to explain some directions drawing a map. If I find myself trying to explain some directions to anyone, probably it should be easier for me to draw a map instead of explaining in a verbal way. And I'm pretty fluent, I think, even more in Spanish, obviously. But I think I'm kind of fluent and I can do it well. But for me, it's easier to explain something drawing. That's why, or that's in part why I miss drawing so much, and why I'm trying to get stuck in this exercise, trying to draw and talking and making some stuff, even if I had no idea what I'm trying to explain, just like now. But this will work. I was thinking in this, okay, I don't know anything about this. Join me in this explanation of something that I don't understand. And how bizarre is this? Is that idea? A couple of weeks ago, someone discovered that I use the term weird a lot in English. Everything I say it very often. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. And we are talking at that time about the difference between weirdness, when something is weird, and the concept of awkwardness. And I think it's weird trying to explain or to draw something about anything in these topics that I didn't understand. it's weird, even more than awkward, because for me, or in the way that I understand that concept, that idea, it's like weirdness and not something that I feel shame about it, and it's more related with awkwardness. And I guess get stuck with this idea of, yes, it's weird trying to make a drawing session of explaining myself, explaining something that I didn't know or I didn't understand. For me, that's weird. I had a lot of things to do. In a couple of minutes, I had a lot of emails to answer and work to do because I was in the middle of some classes, but I don't want to skip this. Okay, this is dry. I think this isn't working. Oh yes. I don't want to lose traction, if I had any, in this project. I think it's early, so I can't make the second doodle in a couple of minutes. This is almost finished because, as I said, later I discovered that there's a lot of just blurry background behind this main image. That's most of the idea for this doodle. I don't like the way how these pink and these red areas merge together. Let me try to fix that, probably with some orange in the middle. My huge box of markers. It's not so huge. No, this is too dark. Let me find even lighter shade of pink. And probably some even also light shades of yellow for the background, and then I move out different. No, I don't like this. This last weekend wasn't have a meeting of urban sketchers. I still trying to keep in touch with the team of urban sketchers, with the local team of urban illustration. But this weekend wasn't have they doesn't have an official meeting. That's why my older sketchbook doesn't have new doodles, new drawings, and I wait for the upcoming sessions, meetings. As I said at the beginning, there are a lot of markers outside the box. And that's something that happened immediately after the streaming ending. When the stream ends, there is a couple of minutes just tidying everything up, everything going back to their original place. I like the way how these simple basic lines all around the image just give some kind of strong to the general appearance. As I said a couple of weeks ago, I'm feeling kind of comfortable right now working in this way. it's different. Obviously, I'm pretty aware that there are a lot of areas of opportunity, ways to improve, but at the same time, it's something different. It's a different style. And I like the way how this is looking and how this is working, and I'm pretty confident also talking about this in my classes. So it's a win-win at this point. I'm probably related with something that I said before. It's a different way to explore something that I don't know, something that I don't understand, and had a different approach to this phenomenon that it's not related with my daily life. Obviously, probably it could be better if I make some research about Chinese New Year, what the dragon means for this, related with these ideas, but it's not about that. It's just about make some quick doodles and that's it. I think that's it. As always, some quick basic doodles, and I had time. Let's move to a second thing. March 11th. Okay, I try to do this really quick. Let's drink some coffee. I received a gift a couple of weeks ago. This is where everything just became personal and start to talking about my personal life. I'm a heavy coffee drinker. I started to drinking coffee several years ago. I take some classes about the process to make, to try to find or to and to make good coffee. And for me, good coffee, it's something that I really like and I search for. So I like to try to find different varieties of coffee and to visit or to search for coffee opportunities. I always trying to find a different way a different style of coffee. And someone close to me traveled to Colombia and bring me some Juan Valdez coffee. And I was thinking just a couple of minutes ago, because this idea, as I said, it was happening. That happened a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago. And then I was thinking, okay, probably I should need something else to draw tonight, because this could be really quick. As I said, it will, and probably that was a good idea. It will be a good idea to have something else, something different to draw. And again, I'm not sure about the image, who is Juan Valdez, and why this image of the man with the donkey with the bag of coffee beans. I'm not sure about all the stuff related with that, but it's something really interesting to watch. It's something really good looking, with good appealing. Okay, let's draw Juan Valdez, and it's something that I decided just a minute ago, because I like my coffee. I'm really grateful with having this fancy bag of coffee, and I was thinking, okay, probably I should talk about coffee and Juan Valdez, and and the way how there is a chance to draw about there's a chance to draw about coffee, and at the same time probably I had an issue here, because a couple of weeks I draw people. I'm not skillful drawing people, and I had some, this is not real people, but I had some examples here in my sketchbook, because I'm not talented drawing people. That's why I decided to draw stuff, not people, because people, it's hard to draw. And also it had a donkey, and animals like the horses and donkeys. That happened with the llama previously in this stream. It's really hard for me to draw animals, because immediately, and probably the best example of this is hands, because you can look at your hands all the time. You immediately recognize that, okay, something is not right with these hands, or with this who supposed to be a pair of hands. Something is not right here, and probably you can make some, you could be indulgent. You can be, okay, I understand, I probably understand that should be a people and you are not talented at. Okay, probably that should be a guy or a person. But it's really similar with animals, because you immediately find that, okay, something is not working here. This is not, I don't know what's happening here, what animal it's that, or it's supposed to be, and immediately you understand, okay, probably that looks like an elephant or looks like a different animal, but it's not. And I had some issues and I don't understand. And for me, I think it's hard to draw animals because, like in this way, this is funny. Okay, this look like a huge dog, and no, it's not a dog, it's a donkey. Let me try to fix this with in some way. I don't know how. Let me try to fix this. I'm not capable to say anything about Mr. Juan Valdez and why he had a donkey, and obviously their bag is full of coffee beans, but I don't know almost anything else about Juan Valdez, and I just want to drink his coffee. I'm not sure if this look like a donkey, but at the same time I had not too much time to deal with that. So let's say that it's a first try to draw about coffee. And also the shape of the hat, it's really complicated because hats are really local, and in the same way you found that, okay, I understand that's a hat, but it's not the right hat of the right area of the same. That doesn't look like like the kind of hat that it's supposed to be. So let's try to do this really quick because I lost the track of many of my markers. They're out of the box, but this is the basic idea, and the guy is dressed in white, so that will work. It's easier. I like the way how Juan Valdez appeared as a brand, as a logo, and it's a really basic shape, just a few lines, and it's really easy to spot. It's really easy to read the donkey and the bags of beans and the guy and the hat and the mustache. And I think it's a really famous, easy to recognize brand. Probably world brand. It's really famous, I think, and I'm really enjoying my Juan Valdez coffee right now. I had a serious issue right here because, as I said, a lot of markers are out of my box. His shirt is white, but there are a lot of shades of pale blue and a lot of shades of light gray also. My Google Home is trying to turn on some lights because I say it too loud. Something related with lightning, and it's not that kind of lights. Okay, something again, something else right here is this donkey in this image that I'm looking at. It's black with some hazelnut spots close to their mouth, so I need a lot of different shades of black. At this point, I'm not sure if this looks like a donkey. I'm not sure what is this. And I start thinking, okay, that's probably a bad idea. Give me a couple of minutes and let's find what animal is this. What kind of donkey is this one? Again, probably I should promise that for upcoming streamings I make a research earlier in advance to try to explain something about, in this case, Juan Valdez, who was dressed in that way. It's something that it's not gonna happen, sorry. And as I said, I have not enough time to do that, and at this time it's more about the basic doodling and not too much related with the story of the issues of the things that I'm drawing. Nope, this is not working. Darker one. Oh. I need a darker one. I'm running out of shades of black markers. The nose, it's pointed in this direction. I think I can fix the eyes in a minute with a different marker. This area, it's also the rope. Oh, this one. Mhm. My main goal, as each week, as each drawing. Okay, I think it doesn't look like a giant dog, so that's a win situation for this project. Uh, the mustache. I totally lost the track of my markers. I'm not sure where each color is. Let me add. That music is different. I never heard that earlier. Probably that tune, that piece of music doesn't fit with the rest of the playlist. I don't know what happened. It's not the best, but it's something, as I said, always really, really, really quick. And let's do end. Let's end in that way. Again, March 11th. And that's it. Just a couple of quick doodles like every night. And until the next one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you soon. Bye bye.